Okay, so I have to leave very soon, but, well, I need to get ready, but, I just thought I'd do a quick video, like, doing a reflection on the mark making, because it's kind of a lot to type up, I think. Basically, the way I did the mark making was, I did it last night, and I listened to that bit, Better Be a Mirrorball, on repeat for like an hour and a half to 2 hours while doing it. So I listened to the song a few times over, like when I was getting ready to do it, just kind of get the ideas in my head, and then listen to it on my speaker, and yeah, these were the first ones that I did, and they're kind of based off of the drum beat. I don't know why, I just sort of, like, when I thought of the drum beat, I, like, heard, like, when I heard it, it, like, sounded red, if that makes sense, and then, because they're, like, kind of, like, they're not, like, big, but they're, like, little explosions, so we've got, like, different, like, slightly different sizes and thicknesses, and that one was, like, that's more like the little, there's, like, a little background, drum as well, and that's sort of, like, based off that. I think actually these were quite linear now, looking back on them. I was very proud of them at the start, but now I think I've done a lot more interesting things. These are quite linear as well, but I think it's good, like, there's a mix of very abstract and very linear, and it kind of brings it together. These are based off of, like, I don't know, but, like, sort of the strings in the song sound kind of, like, sparkly, if that makes sense. And then, trying to think of, like, an abstract one that I can describe. This is quite abstract. This was, like, towards the end, and basically I just, I was getting very into it, so I just kind of painted with my hands. So these are, like, my fingerprints. Then this is, like, a much darker version. That's, like, yeah. So I basically put, like, black paint on my fingertips, and then, like, was, like, because there's, like, pianos in there, I was, like, playing along to the piano but on the paper, and that's, like, the effect it made. These were, like, splashes, so what I was doing was because I'm basically using gouache, for all of these. I did have other mediums, but I ended up really liking using gouache because it's a very versatile sort of medium, because it's, like, it's very textural. I'm trying to find a it's very textural, but it can also be very watery because it's a water-based paint, so it can be like acrylic or it can be like watercolour. And yeah, so these I used, like, I wet the brush a lot, and then I, like, splattered paint onto them, and I was, like, experimenting with different ways of splattering. So I think this was the first one I did, which was, like, very quick motion, like, keeping the brush, like, straight to the paper, so, like, it was pointed down like that. This is, like, that one as well, and this is, like, that as well. These two are actually, like, splatting it as though it's, like, I don't know, like a blood splat or something. Like, it was much, like, aggressive, and when I was, like, doing the splats, I was doing them all, like, kind of in beat to the music, so there's, like, a very harsh resonant sound that, like, goes throughout the song, and I was, like, doing it to the beat with that. So yeah, these feel a lot softer, these ones, and then these feel really harsh. This one was, after I had done this, I, like, wet my hands and, like, flicked it on, and, like, it created a lot of different sized speckles, and Splat, so it was like a mixture of like all of these, which I quite liked. And I don't know, it just reminds me of space. This is at the end very linear, but I felt like it would be nice to have a bit of like a, I don't know, scratchy sort of title screen. I may or may not use it, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there's a sound in there that like goes up and then down like in pitch, and it like reminds me of the shape of a triangle. So I was like drawing the triangle, and also it goes up and down, and then there's like nothing for a little bit, so it was like literally reminding me of the shape of a triangle, because it was like going up, down, and then quiet, and then up, down, quiet, up, down, quiet. And then there's like the guitar strings, which are like, I don't know, they just remind me of like a slash, so I was just like doing straight lines across this, and it kind of is like a cage in a way, I don't know, but yeah, that's like, yeah, that's the mark making. I'm gonna turn it into an animation. I don't know how just yet. I'm gonna kind of look into it a little bit, probably sort of like using a stop motion sort of concept. So they'll be like in like a shape, and then like I'll take a photo, and then I'll like move them around and then take another photo, if that makes sense. Okay, bye bye.